真相，真相会让你自由。我是宇宙的种子，从任何层面来看，我都是一个正在体验究竟如何去做一个地球人类的精神，一个地外生命。地球是打开那蓝色盒子的钥匙，这个盒子的打开将照亮整个银河系。去启发吧，去你的内在发现它，成为那把钥匙，然后你将为整个宇宙解锁。这是你的故事。以上内容摘录于 Matias De Stefano 和他的高我的对话。The truth will make you free. I am the seed of the universe. In every way, I am a spirit, an extraterrestrial living a human experience. The Earth is the key to open the blue box that will illuminate the galaxy. Inspire and discover it in you. Become the key, and you will unlock the universe. That is your story. Except from the conversation between Matias De Stefano and his higher self. Dan, organized Sunday, 14th of May, 2023, 0511, 0530, New Malden, United Kingdom.
The following is a transcript between Matias De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am, originally produced on February 2nd, 2021, under the constellation of Aquarius, in the mental week examining through the throat chakra. Me. I remember when I first heard it. I lived on a planet called Gludak in the Inna system, which we call Sirius. My task was to check that the infrastructure of my neighborhood on the outskirts of Shirod, the capital, worked well, a kind of spokesperson and technician. Each cycle, we had to go to the central building to share the news in a kind of agora. The closest image to this today might be like the Republic Senate from the movie Star Wars. Shirod was one of the most important centers of the Galactic Confederation, and from time to time, representatives of different worlds met there to discuss the disharmony states. At that time, I had no memory. I did not remember other lives or anything like that. I only dedicated myself to attending to the needs of my region as a normal job. And it was during one of the frequent meetings that I was able to witness one of the great meetings between the spokesmen of the other worlds. Those days were intense, as one could watch and hear people from other worlds speak, and then someone interrupted the session. "Sir, they have arrived," said the secretary to the representative of the chambers. "Don't interrupt me," he replied without looking at him, but the secretary insisted, "Sir, it's important. It's the Trevets. I am guardians of the Protecta." Me. Everyone was silent as these beings entered through the main hall. His appearance was that of a Triceratops alien walking upright with the calmness of an almost heavenly monk. The image of their bodies with their energy that they emanated was very contrasting and contradictory, because from the human vision they could see them like beings that were somewhat dinosaurs, although in reality they had nothing of beast but more of angels. There were beings from many other worlds, all of high rank, and yet their presence led to utter silence. They were the guardians of the technology that had made it possible for all of them to be there sitting in the same room. So what they said would change the circumstances of our day-to-day activities, and perhaps, although it was one of thousands in development to us back then, it would also change the history of the earth. Me, what exactly happened that day? I am. Dimensions are extensions or perceptions of the same reality. So that you can understand it better, we could compare it with your physical body. Imagine that each dimension is like one of your organisms or biological systems. In such a case, we could compare the cutaneous system with the first dimension, which is one and contains everything. The reproductive system with the second dimension, which polarizes and generates. The third dimension would be the excretory system and part of the digestive system, since it produces and assimilates the nutrients from the density. The fourth dimension would be the digestive system, which dissolves matter in different processes. The circulatory system will be the fifth dimension, while the bone and muscular system is the sixth. The seventh will relate to the endocrine system. The eighth dimension will be the respiratory system, and the ninth the nervous system. You will be able to see that all of the systems have different tasks and perspectives. They collaborate with each other, they interact, but they stay in their system despite being a part of a whole. The third-dimensional beings play a fundamental role in nourishing the other systems, and the others ensure that this system receives what is necessary to distribute nutrients through the circulatory system. Thus, you will understand that the third dimension that you inhabit is like an organ of a larger body, which fulfills a specific function of the life of this organism. But there are times when one of the dimensions breaks its pattern and decides to expand to consume the energy of the other systems. Me, cancer, a tumor. I am, that's right. This generates an interdimensional fissure in which entities from other systems begin to consume cells of different levels. Me, wow. Now I understand much better what are demonic possessions, invasions of worlds, abductions, and so many dark things that happen that are not understood. I am. Seen from biology, you will understand that a cancer cell is a cell that has lost harmony and does not remember its purpose, so it needs to consume the energy of others to survive and feel that it is advancing. This spreads like a disease, consuming sectors of your dimension and sometimes metastasizing. Me, which comes from the Greek meta, beyond, and stasis, the action of being in one place. That is, it leaves its place to be distributed to places far from its origin. I am. These energies consume everything around them and cross through interdimensional channels, entering other worlds in a subtle and invisible way. Throughout history, they have been known by various names: evil entities, demons, voodoo cultures, incubi, dark egregores, monstrous creatures, energetic viruses. All of them distort matter, generating unconsciousness, loss of sense, need for survival, causing the energy of creation to be lost in destruction, which nourishes their bodies throughout the interdimensional tissues. But like any disease, no one can heal it from the outside. It can only be done from the inside. A doctor cannot save a life if it does not want to be healed from within. The vibration of the body depends on the consciousness of its cells. Me, I think that what you just said is very key to understanding why aliens or beings of light cannot intervene in our world even if it's being taken over by these entities. Only we can do it. I am. And they knew it from the beginning. The Trevets announced that cancer cells from other dimensions would be spreading into the third dimension, and that they would soon affect the Orion Nebula portal. Me, If they went through Orion, they would enter our stellar neighborhood. I am putting in check the harmony of the Confederation. How do you solve a disease in your body? Me, through the immune system. I am, and what does the system do? Me, it drives white blood cells and proteins capable of identifying external agents that do not belong to the physical system of the body. And in a fast way, some commit suicide by letting themselves be trapped by the virus or bacteria, and with the aim that the body recognizes the genetics it possesses. Thus, the following proteins will be able to absorb the distorted DNA inside and produce new proteins capable of recognizing and tolerating the virus. Thus, they begin to multiply in large numbers per second, looking for the virus and bacteria in every corner of the body. I am, you know these globules and proteins of the cosmos as the white brotherhood, the interdimensional immune system. They are dedicated to traveling to sick worlds and preparing individuals as proteins that recognize the virus and can use their DNA to transform it. Me, and to achieve this, those beings must incorporate the virus into their being. I am. They must learn from it, live with it, have it inside, experience its darkness. If they don't, they won't be able to identify it or help others to identify it. Me, it makes sense why many beings of light come to live lives of darkness and pain, guided by the White Brotherhood. I am. The Trevets said that it was imminent that the developing worlds would be taken over by this virus, and therefore these worlds must immediately recognize how the virus worked in its early development stage. Me, and how did they do it? I am guiding the virus to those worlds, and then being born in them. What? I am. The Galactic Confederation devised a plan. On the one hand, the White Brotherhood would be in charge of recognizing the worlds with evolutionary potential that were affected by the virus that Orion would pass through. On the other hand, the Galactic Command was created, led by beings who would be in charge of ordering the harmony of said worlds and protecting them from possible invasions. But his main goal was to take care of the farmers of the world. Me, who were they? I am. Beings from various worlds who collected genetic potential from their planets to protect them in the greenhouses of the galaxy, worlds like Earth. The genetics sowed the seeds in animals and vegetables, allowing many souls from other worlds to anchor in them. Me, how does it work? I am. Souls are energy compounds that constitute the memory of cells. Souls are usually linked to the genetics of a group and, above all, move around the same planet through different species. Souls are born in one world or the other only if something carries their energetic material between them, either by an explosion, an asteroid, or comet that disperses minerals from one world to another, perhaps through stardust or intelligent beings depositing this material on other worlds. That is why they're farmers. Me. That is to say that in a certain way, it is not that they came to sow worlds to reap us and bring our fruits to theirs, but rather they came to sow themselves to be able to be born here on earth and to expand their capacities and be put on, tested against the virus. I am, and the only way to do that was in the past. What? I am. What we talked about that first day, the only possible communication between certain worlds and others is through time, and therefore physical communication from one world to another is always in relation to the past. Since what light shows you from a star is not what happens now, but what happened at the time that the light left said world. Me. In other words, the aliens from the Orion arm planted their own souls in the past of our world so that they themselves could recognize the diseased stem cells and from within, like the immune system, be able to heal. That's why they don't usually come directly, but they live inside of us. It's us. I am. You are the ancestors of the aliens. Me. Wow. In Capilla da Monte, at the 11/11 reunion of November 2018, some of them said exactly this, that they were their ancestors, and they speak with us from the future to heal their past in the same way that we do family constellations and those therapies. I am. What you call constellation therapy for them is literally a constellation. Thus, you come into this world in many forms, sowing many seeds, entering through many portals depending on your level of vibration. The first to be sent were the densest, and they were the ones already had the virus inside. They are the proteins that recognize the virus and have been consumed by it. Me, like who? I am the Greys, reptilians, Anunnaki. However, you tend to consider them bad when it is not so. They are cells consumed by a great distortion, and some of them have managed to heal. They were Greys who had helped humans progress in its technological development. There were reptilians who helped humans develop the potential of their souls. And there were Anunnaki who helped humans develop their mind and civilization. And remember, they were part of the first seeds. They all live in you, me. And how do I heal them? How do I join them? I am. The Trevets explained it the same way the Confederation expands, proticta. This structure is a cube, a hexahedron. Therefore, it has 4 vertices above and 4 below, connected by 12 edges, 2 squares, 1 below and 1 above, connected by 4 pillar lines. The proticta cube, the blue energy, is a box that contains the power to bend time and space. Remember that time has 4 processes and space has 4 directions. You can call them in many ways, but the main ones for time are expression, experimentation, integration, and transcendence. While for space, they are in front, behind, left, and right. They can rotate sense and become born, grow, reproduce, and die for time. And north, south, east, and west for space. The 4 lines that connect time and space are called solstices and equinoxes, spring, summer, autumn, and winter. The box is the unification of all of the processes of being and awakens the light of consciousness, the univerdad, the cosmic essence. It was what you call Merkaba. A cube is made up of 2 tetrahedrons. Do you remember them? Me. Yes, one pointing up representing the positive with a triangular base that reflects the vertices of vibration, energy, and matter, manifesting in reality. While the second, with its vertex down in negative, projects its trinity up on the vertices of love, wisdom, and will. I am. For this reason, different alien species will give you tools for each of these 6 attributes from the positive and the negative perspectives of the universe. And when you have integrated the 6, the axis, in the North and South Pole, you will be able to activate proticta. Me. North and south of the individual, and north and south of the earth, I guess. I am, and in the center, the seed that unites all of them. First of all, it's important to note that we here are another extension of them there. We are the same cells that have decided to transform to heal themselves. And the earth is a mother cell. If the earth manages to heal the virus, it means that the whole galaxy will be able to replicate the cells of the earth in the other worlds. Me, wait, what you're saying is very strange because you're talking about whether the earth manages to heal the virus, and that's happening with the COVID. Is it a reflection? I am. It's proof of something much bigger. In 2019, we told you that a virus would be implanted in the world so that another virus could release them. This is something that happened in many dimensions, and this year the worlds are aligning. This is why you must activate the Protecta, the Atlantean cross. Me, the Atlantean cross. This is what the Yosoi project was going to be called when it started before 2015. I am. It is the same. The Atlantean cross is the Protecta, contained by the Southern Cross and the Northern Cross Cygnus. And this constellation is the polar star of the beginning of Atlantis as a great civilization, the enormous star, Dim. Atlantis was to build this Protecta through the geography and geometry of the Earth, aligned between the constellations of Cygnus, the Northern Cross, and the southern constellation called Crux. That was the axis that activated the divine cube on Earth, the planetary grid. And since then, from different worlds, we have been receiving messages at different levels. Me, channeling, contacts, crop circles, abductions, angelic messages. I am everything to order the great quantum machinery that is the mother cell or interdimensional ship called Earth. Me, I will never look at Cygnus in the same way again. It makes sense to me now, the Atlantean cross. It is the constellation that they followed to activate the Protecta of the Earth and to begin to connect the error, the virus, that at this time we were living as a reflection to awaken this memory. I am. The virus is driving you away from each other, and it can continue to do so if instead of believing that the connection is in touch, you remember that unity is within each one of you, the seed that your ancestors and the future sowed in you. Me, we are cosmic proteins developing the immune system of the universe. We are materialized consciousness living in a sick world that, if healed, will be able to restore harmony in the galaxy. I am. Now you must decide if your intention, your word, will keep you crucified in this reality and will activate the crosses that open the doors of time and space. Me, the time portal, February 2nd, 2020, equals 02/02/2020, and the space portal, February 22nd, 2022, 02/22/02/22. Today marks 1 year of having started with the opening of the first part of the first 4 vertices of the cube. Starting today, the second part begins, and the 4 of space. I am. Speak your truth to the heavens. Free yourself from the cross of time, and only then will you be able to manifest your truth in the cross of space. Me, Aquarius starts like this. I am. The truth will make you free. Me, I am the seed of the universe. In every way, I am a spirit and an extraterrestrial living a human experience. I am. The earth is the key to open the blue box that will illuminate the galaxy. Inspire and discover it in you. Become the key and you will unlock the universe. That is your story.